Shalom Yasharallah, this is Yeshaya. Just want to do a quick car chronicle. I'm going to start off by reading the scripture, then I'm going to drive off and, discuss it. Proverbs 20:1, wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging, and whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise. Alright, so I know a lot of y'all is probably, the ones that know me, is probably asking why am I reading that scripture? So about what is it, this late June, about 3 weeks ago and some change, I had a conversation with somebody that basically pointed out that me drinking liquor, the way I go about it, pretty much cost me my family. And I didn't take that lightly. Like, one thing about me is you might think that I'm taking something lightly because of, my nonchalant demeanor, but deep down inside, I'm a fucking wreck. Always overthinking and shit. So it's a lot because people don't know how to fucking park. So I was thinking about it, and I've been an alcoholic for a minute. I would say it got worse within the past 16 years because of different things. I don't go into my business as that much on these videos because I'm a very private brother. But I've definitely been alcoholic, and I'm not a violent alcoholic. You got guys that drink, over drink, and then put their hands on their women. That's not me. I don't hit. You're more likely to get cursed out, or and that's if you come looking for it. You know what I mean? I'm not an aggressive alcoholic. But then, when you hear from someone that was actually, spent the night with you about how bad you are, even though you might not hit, you might say something that's hurtful, and stuff like that. So, I had to take a step back and think, this motherfucker. People on the road are just, anyway. So, by the way, for those of y'all that are new, yes, we do speak. We don't have a concept of what a curse word is. So, yeah, you might hear certain words y'all not used to from somebody that believe in the Bible, but the Bible doesn't say anything about curse words. But anyway, going forward, so it got me to thinking, and one thing was for me to get my drinking under control. And the truth of the matter is, my drinking has never actually been outside of my control, and it's proven by the fact that I've cut down so easily. This is coffee, by the way. But my drinking has never actually been out my control. What it is that I never felt the need to control it, because usually 9 times out of 10 when I'm when I get to, I put my drinking in 4 different levels. Level 1 is you barely know I'm drunk. You probably don't know I'm drunk. Number 2, my words start slurring a little bit. Number 3, my words start slurring a lot a bit. You could tell, I start saying dumb shit. At that level, I'm still in control of myself. I can walk to where I need to go. I can drive. 4th level, forget it. That's when I can't drive. Just like, just giving a perfect example, I drove me and a good friend of mine to this house party in the number blocks in North a few weeks ago, right? And their drink champ basically indirectly challenged me. So every drink that was put in front of me, I bodied. You know, I was able to walk to my car, but my bro drove, and he dropped me off home and was like, yo, just hit me tomorrow, I'll bring you your car, because I wasn't driving home. But that's an example. That's that fourth level I'm talking about. But on a serious note, you know, this video is for you brothers out here that's struggling with alcoholism, because it's I know it's a lot of y'all. I know it because in my camp, we've had that. We don't have it no more, other than me. And even me, I'm under control. You know, the problem was, you know, a lot of it was depression. You know, you especially when you're in this truth, man, all the sacrifices that we make, you know, all the things that we do to try to get ahead spiritually, you know, sometimes it comes with losing loved ones. And in my situation, I'm not saying that I've lost loved ones over the faith, you know, but alcohol has been a reason too why I've lost loved ones. Alcohol actually was a reason why I've lost loved ones. So, yeah. So it's something. Salak, the sun's about to be beaming. But what I was about to say. I basically want my story to not be y'all story. You know, I want y'all to learn from my mistake or mistakes. You know, you let alcohol consume you. And a lot of people would tell you, man, I'm pretty cool until I get to a certain level of drunk. That's why I usually don't drink around people. You know, I drink at home by myself most of the time. You know, but alcohol does change you, man. And for you brothers out there, especially you brothers that get aggressive or verbally abusive when you get drunk, you know, this is for you, man. Because although I wouldn't say that I definitely don't get physically aggressive, you know, and I don't think I'm verbally abusive. You know, sometimes I might just speak some harsh truths in a harsh way. You know, because that's a lot of times what hurt people the most is that, you know, you're holding on to truths. People need to hear it, but the way you say it be off as hell. So, you know, don't let alcohol be the reason, though. They call that shit wine and spirits for a reason. You know, scriptures say wine is a mocker. Why is wine a mocker? All liquor really is a mocker. You know, but the reason why I say that all liquor pretty much is a mocker is because when you think about it, all of it sneaks up on you. You be sitting there drinking, thinking, "Oh, I ain't feeling it right now. I ain't feeling it. I feel normal, man. What the fuck? Like, when is the buzz coming?" Then when the buzz comes, it's like, "Oh shit, this is the buzz that came from the first shot." Wait till the last shot hits. You know, and I think that's the difference between a moderate alcoholic and what I was. Is that I don't know my limit. I hate the way people drive. And the idiot didn't learn from cutting me off. But anyway, so but yeah, it's imperative. It's imperative for you brothers out there. Don't let the liquor be the death of you. You know, we know that, you know, the scriptures say, "Give strong drink to him that is ready to perish." You know, and honestly, the way my life is going, I couldn't tell you that I'm not ready to perish. You know, you'd be ready to die too if you done had some of the shit happen to you that I've been through. You know what I mean? But at the same time, don't let the liquor be the reason why you're ready or why you're gonna perish. You know, ready to perish is, yo, I'm on my deathbed or I'm at the end, literally the end. Not these are the last days, so let me just drink myself into death You know what I mean? Because that shit really harms your liver, man. You really got brothers out here that are going out in the streets and preaching the word of God, including myself, that have a death wish. You know, your life ain't go the way you want it to. You know, so you drink yourself to death. You know, but we have to realize we're living for the next world. We're not living for this world. I'm dead now. I'm already dead. And I don't mean that in a way, you know, I'm basically saying like, yo, I already know, you know, I've already abandoned the idea of success on this side. We already know that. You know, even if I do get a little bit of success, I know that all this is going to burn down. And the Lord is going to come with his kingdom. That does not mean kill myself in this kingdom. You know what I mean? By drinking myself the way I'm doing. You know, and let me be a testimony to you brothers, man. I've really been an alcoholic for at least 16 years. And I could point out things that have happened in those 16 years that were indeed very hurtful, you know, and contributed to, you know, my state of mind when I'm drinking. But at the same time, when is it too much? When does it justify how much I drink? When does it justify that type of pain that you go through? It don't. It don't. You know, if you believe in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, you know that the Lord is carrying you. You know, and that liquor does nothing for you, man. Like I can drink now. I can drink half what I was drinking before in BI. True story. This Saturday I went to this spot called Terminal 1. Everybody that knows me knows I don't really drink fruity drinks. But when I went with my ex to Puerto Rico, she put me up on pina coladas. So now if I do go somewhere and I order a so-called fruity drink, it's gonna be a pina colada. So I had a pina colada, and then I went to another bar and had 3 double shots of Tito's. The old me would have had about 5, 6, 7 double shots of Tito's. But I was like, nah, let me tap out. I really was gonna tap out with 2. You know, but what it is my boy is a bouncer at that bar that I went to. You know, and that bar is far as hell. Not far as hell, but it was about 40-something minutes from where I live at. So you know, long story short, you know, three drinks was enough. Because the fucking pina colada had worn off. You know, so you got to have control over it. That's all it is. I've been the one with the philosophy of, if I'm at a bar and I don't have a fucking drink in my hand, I'm not, what the fuck am I doing here? So I'm always at the bar, either buying people shot. What the fuck is this guy doing? But anyway, so yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Have control over yourself, because then you deal with issues with, like, me personally. You know, I'm a little popular, so when I go to bars, you know, I always got somebody, at least in my area, always somebody to send me a shot. Oh, that's my nigga Shy. Oh, send him a shot. And then sometimes I actually know the bartender. At one point, I was actually talking to a bar. I used to go to this bar called Blue Ribbon. And this bartender, first time I went there, gave me her fucking number. And we were talking, like legit talking. And I would go to the bar and you know, she would pour heavy-handed as fuck. Damn, shit, some of the shots were on her. She bought me shots, basically. And, man, listen. When I tell you I used to go home bodied, I can drive. And the spot is only 10 minutes from where I live at. And the 10 minutes is only because it's not a straight ride. Like, literally, if you take it, I could literally just go to North Broad Street, make a right, make a left on North Ave. Like, I'm literally like home. And man, I used to go home body. You know, give y'all another example. I've gotten wise in my you know, you get older, your tolerance isn't what it used to be. You know, a few times this year I went to the same bar, and when I got to my car, I realized, like, I can't drink. I can't drive like this. I'll take a little nap. Wake up. That nap, I don't know how long it is. I'm not looking at the watch. Wake up, drive a little bit, pull over, pass out again. Mind you, this is 10 minutes from where I live at. Get up, drive another, basically down the block, and at this point, I'm at a block that's a whole stroll. So now I'm in my car with fucking prostitutes looking into my car, thinking that I want something. You know what I'm saying? So, whatchamacallit? So then after that, I get up, I tell the prostitutes no, and then I go home, and then I park in my parking spot in the complex I live in. But then I can't even walk in the house. I'm still in the car. This happened 3 times this year. So I got in my car and passed out. I'm sorry. I parked up and I passed out. So there's 4 naps that I got to take before I actually get in the house. Four naps that I got to take. So it just goes to show, man, like how bad alcohol is. I guess you gotta see it from my point of view, or you gotta hear what I'm telling y'all that I go through. How many times did I get 2-bodied at the bar and one of the homies I had to sleep on a couch? You know, it's happened. You know, I was out in Atlantic City with my lady at one time. I was getting drunk from her uncle's house all the way to Atlantic City. By the time I got to Atlantic City, I couldn't do it no more. I don't even know how bad I got. She hates me to this day for it. You know? Because that's the thing. Like, alcoholism makes people that love you hate you. How many people, like, look at fucking Marshall Mathers, like fucking Eminem. Wasn't his father a drunk? Look how many people who had drunk ass fathers, and those fathers did horrible things to him. I'd like to think that I'm not that bad, but still. I don't want to find out if I'm that bad. That's why I stay to myself literally when I'm drunk. 90% of the time, 99% of the time, when I get to that 4th level of drunk, I'm home. Because I don't want to bother nobody. I don't want to be around nobody. But what does that mean if I get into a relationship and I got a lady that's sleeping over, you know, or maybe I get a house and we have all of us up under one house? What's that going to do? You know, I mean, of course, I'd probably have my own man cave, you know, but what if somebody comes, hey, Shy, you know, what you doing? Or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? You know? And then you get a situation where you dating somebody, the girl that I went to Puerto Rico with. I'm saying girl, but she older than me. But anyway, I went to Puerto Rico with a damn alcoholic. She's a weed head and an alcoholic. She do edibles, but she also smoke. I don't. I never smoke. But man, she was horrible. When I told her that I was, you know, trying to get sober or whatever, or not to get sober, but trying to slow down on the liquor. She's like, slow down? I don't see that you have a problem now. That's what the fucking problem is. You got an alcohol. This chick was my best friend for 6 months. Like I said, we went to Puerto Rico. I've never flown before that, and haven't after. And she doesn't notice that I have a drinking problem because she has one. I got a thing where every person that I go to their house a lot and I drink at their house, I leave a bottle at their house. So you got my boy Ruben, my boy Achille, my boy Dewan. At that time, with her, I had to keep refilling because she, whatchamacallit, she would drink the liquor too. Achille, he don't drink unless the homies is there. So, you know what I'm saying? And the funny part is I got so many bottles of fucking Tito's at home that I literally could just say, hey, let me bring a bottle over, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I have them on standby. But it goes to show how bad alcoholism is, that I have to keep a bottle of the liquor I drink at friends' houses because I know how much I'm going to drink. Like, I might call her a bad mother, but man, shit, she used to send her children when I used to drop her off from somewhere. We would go out on dates and shit. I would be in my car waiting. She would go upstairs and send one of her children down with a red cup full of Tito's for me, so I can drive off. That's how bad my alcoholism got. I've been a really bad drunk. And like I said, man, there's worse drunks than me. There's guys that hit their women. There's guys that do some wild, crazy shit. I used to know a guy who used to work with his woman, and he used to sit next to her just verbally abusing her the whole fucking day. Like, bro, I can't do that, man. You can get mad at your woman and tell her, what you think, but, the level of verbal abuse that I used to hear, because I used to sit in the corner sometimes, like we used to be in the same department. Man, he got bad. He was bad. But that's what alcoholism does to you, man. Alcohol, period, is a mocker. Because it takes away, like I said, it makes people that love you hate you. How many times you get into your argument at the fucking sports bar over a sports team and fight with your best friend? Alcoholism, drinking, having a few shots, getting a few drinks is cool. When you're a full-blown alcoholic, it's not cool. When you get that drunk, it takes the joy out of it. It takes the joy out of it, man. I'm telling you, man, I'm the motherfucker that every time that I go somewhere, I fill up a Snapple bottle full of alcohol, full of Tito's, and on the way home, I used to drink it. I'm telling y'all that, man. This is how bad I got. This is a testament to y'all. This is a testimony, not testament. This is a testimony to y'all of how bad my life has been destroyed by alcohol. And I've had so many females love me to death. But once they saw how bad my drinking is, and some of them have never really experienced being with me when I'm drunk, but one of the last females I spoke to, one time, she was loving the kid until she FaceTimed me and saw all my shots lined up, like 10 shots lined up. So, you gonna drink all that by yourself? I was like, yeah. She even, one time, when I told her how bodied I get at the bar, she said, instead of driving home, why don't I call her? I'm like, so you can take your car And do what? Pick me up and I leave my car and get towed? Like, you know, I'd rather be able to drive home. You know, but to drive home and not get into no shit, it's best to not be that fucked up. You know, be within a legal limit, you know what I mean? But yeah, those are the adventures of the alcoholic shot. It's rough. It's rough. It's actually not rough when, in my case, I've toned it down a lot, right? It's not that bad. All I did was tone it down. Maybe half of what I used to drink. Because I used to drink very impatient. I drink, I don't feel nothing, man, fuck that. I need another shot. And then it becomes like, yo, you taking hella shots until you don't know where the fuck you're sitting. And you're right in your goddamn couch. You don't know what the fuck you doing. You know? And I'm 44, man. Some of y'all in y'all 20s drinking like that. Y'all gotta be careful, man. Y'all really gotta be careful. I'm telling y'all this. I don't tell y'all my business. I'm telling y'all this because I love y'all. And this for sisters too, man. You got sisters out here that get drunk. And they're pretty bad drunks themselves too. This idiot was really about to try to squeeze into a fucking lane with me with that big ass truck. But anyway, so, you know, this video has been long, but hopefully some story that I told will make y'all think twice before drinking yourself into becoming an alcoholic and make the people that love you hate you. Because that's what's going on in my life. You know. But anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom, and please, you know, if y'all need somebody to talk to, shoot me an email, and you know, I'm not gonna put my phone number up here. SHA the Prince of Egypt @gmail.com. You know, you need tips, you need help, you need somebody to talk to. I'm not a fucking therapist, but I guess you could say I'm a recovering alcoholic. You know, so I know a little bit about it, and I can help y'all as best as I can. You know, but don't destroy your life becoming an alcoholic, especially in my case, because I easily, at any time in the past 16 years, I could have gained control over it. It's not that my life is that bad. I just been through some bad shit. But my day-to-day, my life is not the worst life. Like, there's people doing worse. But don't let alcoholism destroy your life. Because trust and believe, man, it could be worse, and you're probably making it worse by overindulging in drinking. Because one thing that I do now, I'm cognizant of my drinking, because I know that the buzz is coming. If I take 2 or 3 shots, there's gonna be a buzz. If I take 2 or 3 shots and I stop for the night, I'm gonna be buzzed at some point. So why do I need to take 20, 30 shots to feel the buzz that's coming anyway? It's just gonna take its time. But what happens is when it hits, now you're feeling the force of every shot that you've taken. So at some point, you're gonna really be fucked up. You know, so now that I know that going into drinking, that's what's keeping me from drinking so much. Like, okay, the buzz is gonna come. Don't worry about it. You know, but anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom. And like I said, Israel, you know, please either get help if you can't control it yourself, like really get help, or stop it yourself. But don't destroy your life by alcohol. You know, find solutions to your problems. If you have a nagging ass wife, You know, get together with your wife and say, listen, you know, all that nagging is not helping. You know, we need to figure out a solution. Is there something that I'm doing that's making you insecure, or you know, making you belligerent, making you, you know, whatever? Get, you know, if you have problems, if you have problems at work, you know, try to find another job, or keep your job and just find some other solution, a healthier solution. Why is this person right behind me? Like, you had to really drive all the way up just to get right behind me? People out here, boy. But anyway, with that, shalom.